What is up, traders? Welcome to Live the Return TV. My name is Tony, and I'm a professional trader specializing in trading psychology, auction market theory, and order flow. If you're serious about becoming a professional trader, then I invite you to come along on this journey with me. And together, we're going to create plans, anticipate scenarios, firm information, and execute at the live edge of the markets while continuously improving as traders. And along the way, we'll start applying what we learn in trading to everyday life. Welcome, everybody. I hope everybody is having a great evening and have a great trading session. If you traded today, hope everything went well and happy trading. I had a pretty phenomenal day of trading in the US session today, so we will see if that carries over into the Asian session. All right. We are going to start with the return this evening. I had a really good day, and I want to maintain that. And so I'm gonna go and do my return practice. This practice is designed to enter the present moment. And what does that actually mean? Present moment is right here, right now, in this moment. And we've heard about it, we know about it. The question is, how do we consistently enter it? And I've devised a methodology for myself that I've been following for the last couple of years that allows me to enter the present moment, not something that I think about or I assume I am in. It's something that I physically connect to. And that's what the return is a physical connection to the present moment, a somatic practice, which allows us to enter the present moment. We're no longer thinking, wondering, are we there? Are we not there? Has nothing to do with stillness or meditation. Has everything to do with just being in the present moment, physically knowing that you're there. And so I'm going to go ahead and do my process. And that's the whole thing about the trading. The trading is to demonstrate the process of being able to return even when emotions take over. And what better way to show emotions than in trading? So we are going to begin with, just a second, do something here. Just don't want any of my other stuff up. Okay, so the return, it's very simple. And what I do is I start with a process that I call space between the hands. And all it is just putting your hands about 6 inches apart, just focusing on the space between the hands until you start to feel a physical sensation. I can feel some tingling and some pulsing in my palms, my fingers. And now I simply put my hands down and close my eyes, and I recall the feeling. When I recall the feeling, my body responds. And then my body and mind are anchored together as one in the present moment. And now I am free from subconscious processes, and I'm able to consciously focus on intention. The point is for that intention to drive action rather than subconscious processes. And when consciousness is the foundation to your thought process, it shifts your perception. And what you see in the charts and what you experience in life now starts to shift, and it allows you to create new experiences for yourself. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the return. That's what this is all about. So now what we're going to do is we're going to apply that to the live edge of the markets. What do we have here? We've got some momentum in the bars, and I want to go ahead and take a long position here, moving in the direction of that momentum. Price action is starting to move in direction. So I'm going to take a couple of ticks here of risk out of the position. As traders, okay, you and I as traders, our job is not to enter the market. When we enter the market, we don't own anything. We have a position, a contract at price. But when we enter the market at price, what we own is risk. And so all I'm doing right now is bleeding risk out of the position so I can go to a free trade as quickly as possible. And once I'm in a free trade, now it's all about being stopped at break even or taking profits out of the position. And so as you're going to see now, all I'm doing is just raising my stop now, free trade, up a few ticks, and let's see if we can continue through the opening range of the session starting at 6 o'clock tonight, and through the Asian session opening. And so that's all I'm doing right now is just bleeding risk out of the position. Am I locking in revenue at this point in time in the position? Sure, you can say that, absolutely. But I'm still taking risk out of the position. What type of risk? Risk of the market can come against my position, right? And risk that I could take a possible expense position. And I'm just trading one contract. That's it. And it's just basic momentum trading right now. I don't want to get too extensive into auction market theory at this point in time. I don't want to talk above anybody's heads. I want to show people exactly what you can do in these markets when you're focused on just price action and how you can start to pass combines and other prop trading tryouts would be the best thing to do, or is it go with that and get yourself a funded account. That's the whole point of all of this. How do we manage ourselves so we can perceive the charts in such a way that we can become consistent in our risk management function? And when we become consistent in our risk management function, now we can start to learn more about our actions and what we're doing. We can start trusting ourselves more. And as we trust ourselves more, we're going to put ourselves into a position where we're going to be able to pull more funds out of the markets. Why? Because we're locked in a mindset and a perception consistent with consistency. Okay? Not results, process-oriented driven perception. Process-oriented driven perception shuts down result-oriented perception. We're no longer thinking about, is this revenue? Is this expense? Is this win? Is this loss? None of that's even there. And it shifts our perspective and our perception and allows us to manage positions not emotionally, but through process orientation. And it changes our results. And I'm going to show that at the live edge. And there's going to be times where I am going to take an expense. I might get a bit emotional. What do I do at that point in time? I go back to the return. And if I get too emotional, I'm not going to be able to return. And now my trading stops. I'm still going to watch the charts. I'm still going to hang out with you. I'm just not going to be trading live because I'm not in the place mentally in order to be able to continue the trading. And I'm just going to stop and I'm just going to wait. It's not going to happen very often because I've been doing the return long enough now that it doesn't really matter. And my risk in these positions are usually so small and I take risk out of them really fast that unless the position just absolutely fails at my time of entry, I'm not going to be taking large expenses. It's just not going to happen because I'm so quick of taking risk out of the position and even risk out of the position in terms of protecting profits. And that's my trading strategy that I'm going to show at the live edge. If we want to get into trading psychology, into trading theory, we can absolutely do that. Please, please, please ask me questions. Let me know what you're interested in. I started trading in 1998. Okay. I lived through the flash crash. I lived through the downturn in 2001. I lived through 2008. Okay. 2010 to 2012. I became a prop trader for a firm in 2008, in November of 2008. So there's not very many market conditions that I haven't seen. Trending markets, ranging markets, highly volatile market situations. So please ask me questions. It's not that I know everything, but together we can discuss, we can come up with theories, we can infer in the best explanation, and we can move forward in our knowledge, education, and our ability to predict these markets. Because that's what trading should really be. And our ability to predict these markets. Because that's what trading should really be about. Prediction of market movement. This trade, for example, why am I in this trade? Asian session opened and we immediately started to trade higher. And look at the bars. Where did the bars close at? Are there a lot of wicks? Are there wicks on both sides? Or we started to see bars closing at their highs or at their lows. And we are absolutely seeing directional price action with very small wicks. The wicks are starting to develop here. And so I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive in taking risk out of the position, right? But that's only because I'm predicting what price action's doing here and it's showing a sign of weakness. And there's 18 points. One trade, one contract, 18 points. I'm using a 20-point stop on this to begin with, but as you noticed when I was in that position, my stop, I immediately moved up to 39.5, 39.75 from an entry at 47. Now I'm risking less than 10 points. And as soon as price action started to go in my favor, I started to lift my stop even more until we were, below opening range of the 6 o'clock session time. And I'm already bleeding out risk of the position. So 18 points, what are we? $360? So one trade. And $360. So let's go ahead and adjust that P&L. And there we go. And for you not in TikTok, for those of you not in TikTok, you probably did not see that position because I didn't switch my scenes. Noobery is going on in the house right now. And I apologize if you didn't see that and you weren't on TikTok, but it was absolutely there. And yeah, so that first trade night, entry at 47.5, exit 65.75, up 18 points. And bleeding out risk early. And so now, what are we looking at doing next? Well, we are above the opening range. And so what I'm going to do first is index the Asian session opening range. That's going to be here. I'm not using green because that's the colors for my dome. So I want to change this to magenta. Yeah, like that. Magenta, pink. What do you want to call it? I'll go with that color. Nice and bright and easy to see. So all I'm doing is indexing these areas. Now, I did take a long position. Now, what are we looking for? At the moment, I'm sitting on my hands. We have a pullback here. We have another up bar, and we're going to be testing into these highs. I'm anticipating a little bit of a pullback here, and then possible continuation. But we're so close to the session high that I really don't want to take a position here anticipating that we're going to break out of here. You know, we're 69. We could come up here to 75, 6 points of profit potential and possible failure by not making a higher high. Just not enough room for potential profits here. And then we're also looking at potential support down here, which would be the 6 p.m. range, Eastern Standard Time, of course, or Eastern Time. And so that's a 57 to 74. We're not even looking at a 20-point range between those two areas. I'm just not interested in playing that. There's not enough room for potential profits. There is a chance that the market could absolutely chop in this area. Okay. And I just don't want to get in a position where I'm getting chopped up. I just don't want to play there. So I'm not going to. This week, just so everybody knows, I am trading Sim right now. I'm not trading my live account, and I'm not trading my my prop account right now. The goal is to show everybody how you can take an account and a prop account and become funded. Okay, that's the goal of this channel. All right, to show you exactly how to do that, and I'm going to do it day in and day out. I am just now starting to stream. I've ran a trading room before. I had over 200 people in that trading room. I was doing that in the late 90s and early aughts. And then again in 2010, 2012. And so this isn't exactly new for me. I've done this before, but the technology is so different. You know, in technology, I've got OBS now, which we didn't have before. You know, basically doing Skype on this stuff and sharing a screen. You know, or what was the other one that I did? Not Zoom, but one of the other ones that was there, which I don't even know if it's around anymore. But that's how we ran those rooms, and it's so much easier now. But the technology is still a little bit different, and so I'm giving myself time to acclimate, get used to it. I'm still going to be taking trades just as if they were live. If you're in the prop account, it's basically a sim account anyhow, so the fills and those type of things aren't going to be different, and it's all the same. So now we're starting to get a possible breakout of this range of the first 15 minutes of the Asian Open. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a move through here, close above, pull back, and then a resumption of the continuation. So let's see if we get that. And then these lines up here, these are just areas of potential rejection that I picked up from higher time frames. That's all it says. And this over here is a volume profile. Taking the range of the time that I have in my chart, and it's saying, okay, this is where your high volume areas were, this is where your low volumes areas are, and it's just giving me an idea of support and resistance areas of current price action. That's all it is. So now I'm looking for a pullback into this area. We might not get it because we closed at the high of this bar here, one tick off of it. And so we may not get that deep of a retracement on this bar. Okay. But I'm anticipating a retracement to come. Are we going to move another 20 points before that retracement happens? Are we going to fail around the 9,000 before we actually get there? I have no idea. Okay. I can take a shot here, but I would much prefer price action to come back, retest, and then move directionally for a position. It's just higher percentage trade and predictability. Doesn't mean I can't be long here. It just means that I'm going to wait for the setup that I am looking for in this type of trading environment. And I might miss out on a position here. Which if I was in this right now, my stop would absolutely be right in here at a break even. 87, price is already 91. You might say, well, in the ES or in the NASDAQ, that might be too tight of a stop. And it might be, but I'm finding in my live trading that it's not. I can be very aggressive in my stops, take those types of positions out pretty quickly. In the US session today, I had a lot of trades, 30, 40 trades today, but I was up over 600 points. I was up over 650 points. And I know that sounds crazy. And it's like, what? Now I was trading 2 contracts. Okay. 2. I did have expense trades, but there was one period of time today where I had 5 trades, one of them revenue, 4 expense trades, and I was still profitable. The drawdown, I recouped that in 1 trade. Now, granted, that is 2 contracts. Okay, so if we directionally move 30 points in one direction, that's 60 points, right? On the 2, because I'm not scaling out of the position, I'm getting out at that 2-point mark. And yeah, and so in here, waiting for the pullback, I'm not concerned about missing out here or doing anything else. I made a decision on prediction and I'm waiting. I'm up 18 points in this session and there's no sense in giving it back. I mean, you take 10 trades like this on a $50,000 account where I think you need $3,000 in profit for any of the firms out there. What do you have? You just made all your money. And when I get a pullback, because it's more than likely going to happen. We don't usually just run directionally. We're probably going to get a pullback. And when we do, I'm going to be looking for a long position and testing into these highs. And now I have a pretty good idea of where I anticipate the market to go back to. And then, of course, this area of resistance up here. And this resistance up here. In the US session today, I was trading in very, very highly aggressive trades. I mean, I wasn't leaving a lot on the table in terms of positions that I could be in and positions that I wasn't. I would absolutely say that today I probably, well, no probably about it, without a doubt, I did a little over trading. Okay. A little over trading in terms of the sheer amount of trades that I took today. But the results stand for themselves. Here, I'm going to be a little more, not going to be as aggressive. 1, I'm here in front of everybody, right? Putting myself out there. 2, this is really about how do we become profitable in a prep style account, right? With very, very low risk requirements. And that's the key. It's the risk requirements, right? We need to be highly aggressive on our stops. And then once you're funded and you have a cushion, if you want to, you can open things up a little bit rather than trying to just take stuff off of a short time frame. Like you can see here, I'm doing using a 2-minute chart at the moment. You can start looking at target areas off of let's say a 30-minute perspective. And what's the difference between those two? Well, going off of a 30-minute time frame, if you were in here, like I got in at 65.25, for example, you could be targeting right up here, where I got out at 64.75, been targeting 80.25, which of course we went through, and there we are. Now price action is starting to come down. Here's the pullback, the retracement that I was looking for. Now we're going to wait and we're going to watch and see what happens. I don't want to go short here because we are above the opening range of both the 6 p.m. and the Asian session. So I don't want to go short here because we're above that range right now. I'm anticipating a pullback and a continuation to the upside. And because we broke out of here and we traded in here in a little sideways type top, right? Price action is trying to find value. Price action found value higher and broke out. I'm anticipating this range to be tested again because they're going to check and see if buyers are really committed to this area. Are they going to defend again, or are they going to step aside? And now we start to close and move into lower areas. I hope everybody understands that, because that is a crucial concept in my trading. Constantly looking for what you could say fair value or value in terms of buyer aggression, testing areas, previous areas of buyer aggression, and moving either out of those areas or through those areas. Now those areas become support and resistance. So now we have developing support and resistance areas that we can use to determine our actions in our trading. So we have a wick here showing potential rejection from this move, closed near the high of the bar, right? Now, what is price action going to do? Going to test into these lows? Are we going to break this low? Are we going to come back up through and look for another continuation, because this is the possible end of the retracement? Those are the only things that the market's going to do right now, right? And if it stays in a tight range, then it's going to be what you can call chop. But price action is either going to test and continue to find sellers, or price action is going to reject. Buyers are going to get aggressive again, push price higher, and come up and test these highs. That's it. That's all price action can possibly do. Stay just like it is, continue to move lower, possibly finding buyers, pushing price back up through and into prior highs, or price action continuing down, goes through the area of support, retraces at some point, and continues to move down and go through lower lows. That's it. You can't do anything else. Rather than sitting here trying to figure out, okay, well, how do we make money? Let's predict what it's doing. Through that prediction, we can make decisions. And those decisions are based on market dynamics, not, oh my God, this just moved without me, I need to be in. Oh my God, price action's moving quick here, I need to be in. Right? Completely different perspectives. And this is why trading psychology is so important. And by talking about this and price action and the predictability of it, what that does is it helps you focus. And when you're focused, you're in the zone. When you're trading in the zone, well, now you got a good book about that, and you can go and read it, and you can see exactly what they're, a little bit more about what it is that I am talking about. Look at that. Immediately bled risk out of the position. Immediately. Didn't even question it. Just immediately took my stop and moved it up. Okay. Entry here is right at figure at 29,000, figures that I entered at 29,000, and 85.75. So I have 15 and 3 ticks points of risk in the position. And it looks like it's going to come down and stop me out. We do have potential support here at 88. I'm going to use that if this comes back up again, and I'm going to move another tick of risk out. Price action still moving a bit higher. I'm going to take some more of that risk out. Rejecting a little bit here at the highs. What I'm looking for now is a higher high. A higher high tells me that buyers are still interested in this market, and we're going to look at a possible extension or a test of these highs. At the moment, it's telling me that it doesn't want to do that, and it just wants to trade in this little range. So I want to give it a little bit of room here. We have resistance up in here, and the support's basically right where my stop is right now. Where stop is at 90 and a half, entry at, so risking 9.5 points on the position. We got back to entry, so I'm going to put my stop just below right there, bleeding more risk out of the position, anticipating the highs to break. We have a little bit of a wick here, so we could be testing down. I might be a little aggressive on my stop, but it's not doing what I would anticipate it to do, which would be more of a momentum position to the upside at these highs. We're slowing down a little bit. I don't want to take a lot of risk in this position right now because it's not doing what I would be anticipating it to do based on my prediction of what it's doing around these highs. It's moving in a sideways type pattern here, not momentum breakout to test these highs. And I just don't want to be in it if it's not doing what I anticipated it to do in the first place. Why hold the risk? Why? To hope and pray that it's going to go in my position? Now, if it's not going in my position, I want to be out. Want to be out. If it's not doing what I was anticipating it to do or projecting it to do, it means it's doing something else. And if it's doing something else, it's not doing what I wanted it to do. I don't know how I could be more clear on that. And if it's not doing what I want it to do, then it could be going against my position. And if it goes against my position, I want to be out with the least amount of risk as possible. Period. This is how I can take 4 losing trades out of 5 and still be up. I mean, I just had right there, I had 18 points, right? Is what I was up in the first position. I'm still up 11 3/4 points right now. 11 3/4 after taking an expense. I mean, theoretically, I could have 3 expense trades tonight in a row and still be up. So that's 220 and then 15. So $235 is what we're up to. There we go. Now we're up $235. instead of the 360, and price action is trading in a very, very, very tight range right now. Is this tight range tradable? Yeah, absolutely. Is it tradable for me? No, because I'm not looking to get in and out for a tick or two. I'm not that type of trader. I'm looking for continuation of momentum. And momentum will probably come in once we get a break between these, out of these lows. Sellers get in a little bit more aggressive. They either continue or they stop, get rejected, and the buyers step in again. Why do I want to trade short here? Because I'm looking for potential rejection and long continuation because of this breakout that we had here of the opening range of the Asian session. Any questions? The reason why I'm not going short here is when you look at this price action, okay, we were down in the US session, right? Came down, okay, and then we turned around and came into a little bit of this chop, and then we moved back up higher, came down and tested lows, and now we are back above in higher areas, and we closed above this high right here. What does that tell me? Well, that we could come up and test up here. It's telling me that right now buyers are in control. You look at a daily chart, right? Look at any other high time frame chart. We're trading in a balanced condition, currently developing balanced condition in a higher time frame trend. So we're imbalanced higher with a range. Okay, that range is called value, right? And so we could commence trend up, right? The imbalanced market condition and continue higher. Okay, we can continue lower, but because we're in value, we can reject from unfair lows and move back up again to value area high and possibly continue the balance again. So right now, because of the way price action is behaving, I am biased to the long side for all of those reasons. But I took shorts in here all day long today. So I don't want you to feel like I'm one of those traders where I'm like, oh wow, it's just up and up and up and green shoots and we're just going to be buying all day long. I'm buying the open and I'm holding. That's not what I'm doing. Everything that I'm doing is consistent with higher time frame charts. And this is why it's very important to be patient in your entries. I was getting ready to go long there, and then price action did not get above this high. Came back down again. What is that telling me? Price action is a little bit stronger on the downside. I'm looking for buyers to defend this area. And now that we're in this area, I'm looking for them to continue to defend and looking for rejection out of this area and price action starting to make higher highs. Higher highs, higher lows, higher lows, higher highs, higher highs. Now we're finding the low of the consolidation that we're in, right? And then are we going to switch and move the trend downwards? Or are we going to find rejection in these areas and then price action moving higher? So I hope that answered your question. Yeah, we can play some music. Why not? Give us something to do while the market is not doing anything. Yeah, the music is from Pretzel. I don't want to get copyright strikes and do all of that crazy stuff. I'm just not interested in, you know, doing all of that. And so I am just using Pretzel music. I'm listening to see what is on here and what works for the vibe. This is still lo-fi channel. I don't really want anything crazy and aggressive. But I've never heard any of this music before either, so this is all new for me. I'm sorry, I'm moving the music around. I'm just trying to figure out the sound that I want to use here. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I just don't know what it is right now. I am watching this very closely. I know I'm playing with music right now, but I am watching this very closely here. That's not good. I don't like to see that at all. Broke that high and immediately pulled back. It's telling me that sellers are much more aggressive in this area right now than buyers. And we're not seeing a potential of buyers aggressively holding this area. I mean, they won't. Means they're not. Didn't like that at the high and then immediately come back down and test the open of the bar. That's not telling me that buyers are in the market. That's telling me that sellers are more aggressive at the moment. Tells me that I might change my bias here a little bit if we don't start seeing aggressive buying coming out of these areas. And I mean, we're in the Asian session, right? So it's going to be slower than the US session without a doubt. So I'm not saying, you know, immediate moves here. I am saying though that I need to see more on the buyer's side right now than what we're seeing. I have entered this just a little bit early. I did. That's okay though. Not too concerned about that. I am expecting to be stopped out here. I can't take too much more of the risk out of the position right now because it's not doing anything. To take risk out, I really want to take the highs out. To take the highs out, now price action is moving in my direction a little bit. We'll see what happens. One of two things is going to happen, right? It's either going to come up and move through my entry, or it's going to come down and hit my stop. I don't like that at all. So it's a little better at this point in time. We'll see. I mean, I don't shoot the messenger. I've never used Pretzel before. I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble with copyright music and those type of things. I just don't want to get involved with all of that. I don't want copyright strikes on my channel or anything along those lines. We definitely have more aggression on the downside. And when I say more aggression, I'm saying more aggressive action on the downside comparatively to the upside. And so I want to give this a few minutes and see if we get any form of momentum starting to come into the market at all. No, this isn't my favorite either. Let's try this. Yeah, so right now I'm only up 3 points, right? So I'm up $60 now. I need to change that, yes, but I am actually actively trading at the moment, so I don't want to change it yet. Looking for these lows to be taken out. This low right here. I want this low taken out. I'd like this low taken out, and I would like to close at the low of the bar. There we go. And so now we're going to take risk out of this quickly, right? Now we broke. Okay, price action's doing what I would anticipate it to do. We're going to move this to a break even. Might be a little aggressive on that. In fact, there we go. Got that with a break even. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, I want to be in this. I definitely want to be in this. Okay, let's just move that up just a little bit from the entry. There we go. We got support. We got resistance here. There we go. Now we're going to leave it here. Looking for the low to break again. We have a free trade. You know, that's the whole key, right? It's getting into the free trades as quickly as possible. Now, if I was up here at my entry and I didn't, like up here, and I didn't get myself to stop out there so quickly, I was a little aggressive on my stop. But being aggressive on my stop, I'm not going to be concerned over. Because when I'm aggressive on my stops, what's happening is I might give up a little bit of profit. I might give up a little bit of other things, but I'm not taking an expense on the position. Especially when, you know, the London and Australian session just opened and we're trading back into the range of the Asian and opening session of 6 p.m. So I'm anticipating now, we're seeing, look, this is the low, right, of the Asian session open. That's the low. And so are we going to break through it? Are we going to hold? Or are we not? See how we broke through it there and we tested and we rejected a little bit? I'm taking a little bit more risk out of the position, locking in a little bit more potential profit there. A potential profit, absolutely profit. And now we're starting to show signs of support here. And so I want to be out of the market. Now I'm up 21 points on the night. See that? 2 trades against me. 2 expense, 1 break even. I was up 18 points for my first trade. I'm up 21 points now for the night. I hope everybody sees that. You don't have to be right. Be profitable in these markets. So $420. And that's where we're at right now. Easy trading. Very easy trading. So now we have 8 o'clock, which is this little area here. The pullback, getting back through. Support still at the opening low. Let's see if we get through that. Want to get through it. Don't want to anticipate. Don't want to say, oh, what? Want to anticipate. I don't want to guess. Right? I want price action to prove itself here, because we can act as support here and move up and test these highs, or we can start breaking down and testing the US session low. Right? This is an inflection point. This is a decision zone here. I don't want to get caught up in the decision. I don't really necessarily want to go long yet, because the momentum is telling me to the downside right now, just like the momentum was telling me to the upside here. Okay, momentum shifted a little bit here. I'll give you that. I was a little bit too early on this position. I'll give you that, but look at my risk. The risk is so tight, so tight. Then I even tried to go long again here. Didn't work out. Stopped me out again. 2 expense trades. Well, what happened here? I got in short. Picked up a little bit. Didn't just go, right? We need a word for that. You know, when it's just, you know, going, and we're just, you know, taking profits out of the market. There's another trader out there, Vahala Gary. I love watching Vahala Gary. I think he is hilarious. And I think he's actually a really good trader. I think he risks a little bit too much sometimes, but you know, that's my only critique of the guy. Everything else, I think he is just absolutely 100% spot on, but he's sarcastic. He's hilarious. Really, really like him. But he, you know, he's like, let's take it, let it take us all the way to Valhalla. I love that, but I have a lot of respect for him, and I don't want to take his word away from him. So I need a new word. We'll have to do a poll on that one day. I'm waiting for this low right now. I want to see what happens at this low. Yeah, kind of like the music. This is, you know, we're grooving, we're vibing a bit, right? All right, there we go. A little bit of a reason to be in anyhow. Price action's moving in the favor of the position, right? Taking the risk out. Coming in, adding a little bit of profit here. Not a lot, but a little bit. Free trade, a little bit of profit. Nothing crazy. See if we get a range extension. See if we test the US Open. Wait, where's my stop at? I have too many lines on here. What is going on? Ah, there we go. Stopped out. All right. So on that position there, right? Sorry, it just had too many lines that I got confused in where my stop is. Ah, good times. This is probably going to go a little bit further. But we'll see. Let's see here. Where's my... I'm tired of doing math. I need to figure out how to do this whole where it's automatic for me, and I will. You know, I'm learning. Now we're at 555 on the session, and yeah, definitely going farther, definitely going lower. Yeah, my stop should have been right up here around the 07. And then let's just go ahead and just play this out though and practice where we'd be putting the stop at for trailing if I was in this position. And I'd want to put it in right about here. It's a pain to the low to be tested, right? Still a little bit lower than where I was before. We just got a little bit lower, take a little bit more of the risk out to the position. Not risk in terms of expense, right? Of potential profits. So now we can go below that low because we are moving in direction like US Open, right? US Open area. Opening range. US session opening range. There we go. I can talk. And so this is where my stop would be right now, 77.5. For probably 10, 15 points from where I got out at. Guys, I mean, I'm trading at 50% accuracy right now. I have 2 revenue trades, 1 break-even trade, 2 expense trades. And there you go. There's a 77.5 will be stopped out for another 13 points. Not there. I didn't get it. 40 points up on the night for $800. Just trade 1 contract and we're up $555. You think I'm upset because I'm only up $555 on the evening? Trading 50% accuracy? I love it. I absolutely love this. Now we're rejecting US session on open, being range, right? The low of it. Now let's see if we continue to break down or if we're going to see some buyers coming in and test in some of these other areas. Get all this off. I need my line. Manage my positions. I could put it on another chart like this or something like that. You guys want to see some order flow? Let's see some order flow. See what's going on with order flow. I'm just looking at the delta. Nothing crazy. Yeah, order flow. That's right. Sorry, I got distracted. All right. So what's going on with the order flow? We came in high volume down here. So we have a high volume node down here at the 63, which could be acting as support. We could come down and test that at the 63. If we get below that, we could possibly break out of the lows. Order flow. We have a new bar here. Look for a test here. If the market's weak, we're going to get through. If it's not, we're going to move higher. We already have a higher volume area right here comparatively than what we have over here. testing in where sellers were. We're holding that as resistance right now. So we have a resistance area through here. Okay, 82 to 79. And then we have a support area down here at about the 63 level. So we're currently trading in support in a short term developing support and resistance area. Yeah, I'm totally vibey right now. I like this. I like this channel. You know, reggae hasn't ever been really my first choice of music, but for trading and just being here right now in this is just vibing with it. This is awesome. I like it. At least that song.
Yes, me front fell on, dig round me son, but
Okay, maybe not that. See how we hit that area of support I was talking about? This is why I was waiting. See that area of support right there? I waited. I want to trade through it.
It's been a long time in our history.
This is tough. This is a tough entry. I should have waited a little bit. It's a tough entry because I don't have a natural place to put my stop right now. I don't like this. Okay, we're gonna put this stop. If I put it there at the high, I'm not giving it enough room. But right here at my entry, I need to go down a little bit because I want my stop around that 63 mark is where I want it. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, NQ. I appreciate you so much. These lines. I don't like these lines. There, thank you. I'm gonna have to put those on a different chart because that's not gonna work for me. All right. Back in short, looking for momentum to the downside. Where is the market going to go to? I have no idea. It's not my job to know where the market's going to go. I do have a support area down here. My job is not to know where the market's going to go. My job is to predict what it can possibly do, what it could possibly do next, right? Oh, here we go. I'm just predicting and I'm just moving stops around and, you know, just playing, right? It's like a sandbox. Look at that. Look at that order flow. Look at that 31 price. Look at that 31. Look at this 31.75. Stop just above that. Beautiful setup. 49.25 points up for the night. 49 and a quarter. 985. Yeah, I could be short again here. I'm not. Why am I not short here again? I don't know. I mean, I'm trading live in front of individuals. I'm doing quite well. I just don't feel like pushing it right now. Would I be short from the... I would still be short in this, actually. I wouldn't have moved my stop so aggressively in the US session today. Bubbly water. Definitely stay hydrated. But I mean, I don't know. It's all going according to plan. Yeah, I am calm and relaxed. You know when I'm calm and relaxed? The way trading's supposed to be. Shouldn't be, you know, all kinds of jumpy and jittery and all that stuff. We should be calm, cool, collective. I would still want my stop here in this area just because this is where that area of, you know, what could be resistance is. You know, this is where a high volume came in. Not just high volume, but high volume, and we immediately made lower lows. We immediately saw momentum coming into the markets. These two areas right here mean something for us, right? Come back in and test it, anticipate rejection. Anticipate rejection. So I'd want my stop to still be here at the 37.5 right now. I wouldn't really want to move it from where it's at. Yeah, I'm trading one contract. No reason to hit anything with size. Not yet, anyhow. So when I start moving my stop, I would start moving my stop if this low gets taken out. If we take out this low, I want to start moving my stop. Am I in this position? No, but I'm going to go through it like I was if I wouldn't have been so aggressive on my stop. Okay? So we just broke the low, right? Now, I would want to put my stop either at the open, this bar, or the high of the previous bar. Oh, wow, look, price action came back up. Did those same areas again. Wouldn't go any higher. There's your resistance. Now we moved higher. We're not painting volume. If market's weak, we're going to get through this area. If it's strong, we're going to continue to make higher highs, and then we're going to come back and test this again, and this should act as support. What was once resistance becomes support. There's a test. Braided through it. Need to get through this area. Starting to, rejecting, retest this area. If the market's weak, from a retest, we're going to see lower lows. If the market is strong, we're going to see higher highs. It's that simple. That's order flow for you. Order flow doesn't have to be more complicated than that. All you're doing is just picking out your support and resistance areas, and you're just, you know, going through in that context. No higher highs yet though, so buyers aren't really aggressive here. No lower lows, sellers aren't aggressive, and we're just trading right around support and resistance areas. And bar is basically closed where it's opened. What does that tell you? Yeah, it's a confused bar right there. It doesn't know what it's doing. And if you have a confused bar, what does that mean about the markets? The markets are confused, and so if the markets are confused, why are you getting in? Why I'm staying out here? Not interested in that bar. It gives me no information whatsoever that's useful in terms of me not predicting being able to anticipate what price action would be doing next. And I'm definitely not guessing. I've had 5 positions so far tonight, 2 expense, 3 revenue, 1 break even, 2 revenue, I guess. What was it, 2? Let's see here. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't really pay attention. This is one of the expenses. That was an expense. The revenue was before that. This was revenue. This was revenue, and then there was one more here. This was revenue. The 3 revenue, 2 expenses, and 1 break even. Yeah, $985. Yeah, not too bad, right? Good money management. That's all that is. The only reason why I'm profitable tonight is because of good money management. Because these 2 long positions could have been 40. I could have lost 40 points in those, and I've been at 9 points. No, I'm very, very aggressive on my stops. Very aggressive on my stops because I want to bleed risk out of the position as quickly as possible. Does anybody want to give the answer to why I want to bleed the risk out of the position as quickly as possible? Right, because that's what we own. We own risk. I want my 30-minute chart back up. I want to look at something. Okay. Yeah, much lower. Good. Get back over to order flow. We'll read some order flow. Look at this. The higher volume, right? Buyers were aggressive. This is buying pressure and buyers are aggressive. Why did we only 1 or 2 tick pop? Why didn't we see a range extension to the buying side? Because buyers aren't aggressive here. They might be, but they weren't when they were there. Yeah, I can open it up and see, the actual numbers, but that's why I have the histograms for. I'm not too concerned about the actual numbers. And look, those are the 2 high volume nodes, right, that were resistance. Well, it's not acting like too much support because we're not breaking those highs. So what should we be anticipating the market's going to do? Market should either range or bias to the downside. That. I might regret this entry, but we'll see. It is possible that I am going to regret it.
I sure love the ocean, swimming in the sea.
But I'm not going to give it much room to make me regret it or not. I would like to see one more tick down. Thank you. Bleed some more of that risk out. Bleed more of this risk out.
Sunset, watching palm trees blow. But when the winter comes, I love
Sellers are coming in here a little bit more aggressive, but they need to be making lower lows, and they're not doing it right now. And so I'm out. 46 and a quarter. So I lost, what? 3 points on that. For $60, $925 now. We're holding this area here, a possible resistance. We have a lot of pressure coming in, of volume up here now. So we might be switching bias to the long side. I want to buy this bar yet. Are we above these highs? Yeah. Could I be long here? Sure. I don't want to be yet because price action hasn't proven that it wants to be long yet. I want to see it test back into the 31 area. And we haven't done it yet. Close near its high. We have some momentum here. I'm looking for 31 test. Right around this area. You can do it. I need to go up yet. I want to test. Nope, she doesn't want to test. She's just gonna go. But that was the entry. It's a little late to it now. I'm not going to turn around and chase it. I was anticipating though a test down into here. Why? Because we have a little bit of wick here, right? I'm looking at these highs to be tested, test where resistance was for support, and then move higher. So, going without me. Darn.
There is nothing prettier on earth when the snow falls on Mauna Kea. It's a beautiful new birth.
Yeah, the music is Pretzel. I'm on Pretzel right now. Don't want copyright strikes and those type of things. Copyright strikes, if I could speak. We're listening to the reggae channel right now.
In Mauna Kea snow. A miracle
Okay,
in white.
so what I'm gonna do here is move us back into the reflection scene. If you're
Cover
not,
everything below. In
if you're on
Mauna
TikTok,
Kea
you can go to the
snow.
Purple app and you can check me out over on the Purple app. You'll see the big screen there and the different things that I'm doing. I just want to return for a moment. Feel the physical sensation. Remember, recall the sensation. The body and mind anchor into the sensation. All right. I didn't like this trade when I got into it. And then I turned around and missed this because I was playing around short down here when I didn't have any reason to. And so I just wanted to return from that scenario, get a new perspective on the charts. Am looking long here. Not really liking where this bar closed. So anticipating a bit more of a pullback. But I was looking for that on this bar as well, and it just went. So who knows? We might just break this high. I don't like this song. This wish you Merry Christmas and reggae ish. Oh, wish you a reggae Christmas. That's funny. And so 31, right, is right down here. And I wish I had the opening range of the US session still marked here. I need to do that, but I got to do that on a different chart because I can't move my stops around when all these lines are up on this chart. I need this chart to be clean. But yeah, okay. Let's just say that, for example, I did get in long here when we broke these highs or even these opens and closes right here. That's actually a good place to enter. Let's say we were in around 34. What would I be trailing my stop? Right now, my stop would be right about here at 63 and a quarter. $7 and a quarter. Sounds like Bob Marley here. Yeah, I'm just showing where I'd be trailing my stop. That's all. Just because you aren't in a position, you aren't, doing something, it doesn't mean that you can't go in and practice what you would be doing through current price action, right? Because practice is how you get better. How do you practice when you're all kinds of emotional and you can't be consistent in what it is that you're doing? If you're not consistent in what it is that you're doing, then you're going to miss out on the ability to practice, to be able to anticipate what the market's doing, predict what it is that you should be doing next, because you already know what the market can and can't do, and you already have a plan on how you're going to act around it at the live edge. Yeah, I'm just traded one contract. And no, I'm not in a trade right now. I missed this position because I was trying to play around going short down there when I knew I shouldn't have been, and I didn't reverse myself because I was expecting a deeper pullback that I didn't get. A lot of expectation and anticipation in my trading in this last move. And so, oh, I'm sorry guys. There you go. We were at, I think there was 13 and a quarter, something like that. So we're just gonna put it right back to right there. And that would be the stop. 13 and a quarter from right around a 33 and a half entry. Yeah, I mean, that would have been 70 some odd points, you know, like 120 points for the night, 130 points. As it is, I'm still at 46 and a quarter trading one contract. Nothing to sneeze at. I like trading this Asian session though, it's so quiet. And can you, yep, okay, good. Still trying to figure out how to work my stream. Yeah, I've had 5 trades tonight, 2 revenue, 2 expense, and 1 break even. What platform am I on? Sierra Chart. Sierra Chart. Oh man. That just went without me. I don't want to chase it. Not with the highs right there. I was looking at entry like right here, and it just went. I wasn't fast enough on the button, on the trigger. I'd be entering from here too. Let's see if we get a little pullback here. A bit more pullback. A couple ticks is all I need. No, you want to. There you go. Okay. We'll get in this. Why not?
Get up and dance in the island heat. Local beer and island rum. We're gonna have us some fun. Rockin' the island all night long. Rockin' the island 1,000 strong. Rockin' the island, get it right. We're rockin' the island tonight.
Great.
From Diamond Head to Waikiki.
3 and a
all the
quarter.
way to Harvey, Lahaina up to Kihei Town. Everybody's coming around. The music's loud, you can feel the beat. Everybody get up and move your feet.
That one hurt a little
I'll
bit.
bring the bottles, you bring the bong. Everybody sing along. Rocking the island all night long. Rocking the island 1,000 strong. Rocking the island, get it right. We're rocking the island tonight. Rock, rock the island. That's right, brother. That's what we're gonna do. Rock, rock the island. All right. Rock, rock the island. Hey, bro, tell them one more time, just in case they never hear. Rock, rock the island.
Don't test the open.
Along your old guitar.
Which is reject.
Tonight
Go
you're
up there.
gonna be
That's
a
this high.
star. We're gonna party till the break of dawn.
I'm not going to.
Everybody's coming along. The music's loud, you can feel the beat. You never know who you're gonna meet. Maybe you get lucky tonight.
I'm gonna take a pretty big hit on this one.
Everybody's feeling alright.
Wasn't able to move my stop up much at all. Not a good positioning into that entry. Okay, there is a rejection. There we go. There we go. That's the high. Break the high. Shouldn't come back through the open now. We break this high and we're gonna be in a free trade. All right, another expense. We're 29.5. Beautiful. And now, because buyers aren't in this market at the moment, a shift. Okay. So 31.5 points, so we're up at $620 in the night now. Yeah, I'm over trading a little bit at the moment. I will 100% admit that. Part of the reason why I'm over trading at the moment is I missed that long, and it's still in my head. I returned, and it's still there a little bit. I'm not impressed that I missed that long position. I'm really not. But I should still be short here. It's gonna stop me out. Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? Up $420 for the night. And I really think that I'm going to just allow that to be for the evening. 520, trading 8 trades, only 2 of them revenue, right? Only 2 revenue positions tonight. And I missed this. I missed that. And that would have changed everything for me at this point. I mean, that's a $1,400 point. That's a $1,400 move right there, right? That I unfortunately I just didn't enter because I was playing around with the short. Close its high. There we go. That's an entry. Little high. Little high. When I'm saying a little high on the entry is I was a little late getting into it. I'm hesitating a little bit. Got support just above me at the moment. Came back to the entry, not able to get higher though. Telling me that sellers are selling these highs. And if we test again, and yeah. So 13, 200, 260. And see, there, just returned, right? I just returned without using my hands or anything else, just a recall, right? When you get good with the returns, what you're able to do is you're able to do it just through a recall without, nobody will ever know that you're actually doing it. I was supposed to wait for it to break this low here, and I didn't. On my entry, it was traded at, not below it. There you go. That, did really well earlier, and I just got myself chopped up in this sideways. Now, in the US session, I did the same thing today, and this is why I was saying that I was doing over trading in the US session, right? Doing the same exact thing today in the US session. But I continued to trade. I continued to trade through it. And the market eventually broke out, and I was in the right direction. Now, is the market going to break out in the Asian session? I have no idea. I don't know. Right now, it's not showing any signs that it wants to. And you just absolutely get chopped up in this market, because of a lack of volatility and volume. I don't know. Asian session isn't a session that I normally trade. So again, this is all learning for me, especially in this market condition. I know that 8 p.m. looked really well for me. And I know that I'm still holding on to this position, which, is making me want to make sure I don't miss the next move, which is causing the over trading a little bit. But when you have such tight money management like I have, right? It only takes one position to make 70 points, and you just made up all of the losses, or all, you made up for all of the chop. And so yeah, I don't know. We'll play around with this. It's a work in progress being in the Asian session, and so we'll play around with it and see what happens. Let's see if this actually goes a little bit. We need to break this high up here. And we're not showing any signs of wanting to do that at all. And one bad thing about having tight stops like this is when the momentum of the market shifts or there's no momentum in the market, it's very difficult to do anything. The market's not moving in enough to, you know, get any form of potential profits or anything else along those lines. Just enough to take risk out of the position, and that's it. Yeah, there's no direction to this at all. We got wick. Can't break the highs. No momentum. Probably no volume. I don't have volume up on my charts right now that I can see. And I'm sure that there's very little with no momentum. Or volume, I mean. No volume because there's no momentum. Okay, so I mean, $80 down, right? We're up 975, and now we're down to $80. Because I allow myself to get caught up in this chart because I missed the long position. All right. Well, it is 8:48. I have hit my limit on trades tonight, to be honest with you. I still want to be in this because I still want to test this out, but I might just trade from the 8:30 or 7:45 to 8:45 of this market conditions, you know, of the Asian session. That's a possibility. Just because there does seem to be momentum in that time frame. And I'm just not seeing momentum right now. But I need to go back through my charts a little bit and see if we can get some momentum in the markets at this time frame tonight. Because right now, just not seeing it. I'm just practicing right now. This is just absolutely just in a practice account. Trying to get a feel this time of night. That's it. And so up $80. That's the P&L for the night. Leaving it that I'm still going to continue to practice through here and get an idea or see if I can get a read for momentum in the markets trading these hours. Because the only way that you can tell the momentum of the markets or anything else is by trading it. You know, it's very difficult to do it through looking at charts and past data. You can do replays and those type of things, which can be helpful, but it's still not at that live edge. You know, especially for me too. I'm not live. You know, in a stream or anything along those lines. Really want to see this high break.
Let's spread the love, yeah. Yeah. Oh, would you?
This is interesting. This is really interesting.
Through this troubled land, and we'll share our love to everyone we meet on every corner of every street. All my people. All I wanna see is mankind living peacefully.
Try something.
Live in harmony. Let us live in unity. No matter where we're where from. I know we can get along if we keep holding.
If you're trading ranges like this, you know, in a low volatile market, then you need to be in at your edges, right? And I'm absolutely in right now at the middle. I was in the edges in here. Okay, these are good, but I'm not in at the edges in here. I'm in at the middle. And if you're getting into the middle with very tight stops and there's not a lot of fluidity to the market movement, you know, you're just going to flat get popped out. And so again, you know, practicing in this time frame on seeing, you know, getting a feel of the market, you know, that's where a lot of this comes from. You want to anticipate, you want to get really good at trading. You need to get a feel for the market and the time frame that you're trading. That's why some people will switch markets, and they'll have a hard time switching markets because they don't have a feel for that market. You have to trade it for a little bit to get that feel. I did that when I went from the ES to bonds. I went from ES to 30-year treasuries. And that was very difficult for me because bonds moves and behaves so differently than the ES. Well, I'm trading the NQ instead of the ES now because the money management for the NQ just makes so much more sense than it does for the ES. The ES trades in much tighter ranges. The NASDAQ trades in much wider ranges, which is perfect for my level of money management that I'm using.
Let's go cruising through this troubled land, and we'll share our love to everyone we meet on every corner of every street. Oh my people.
Yeah, see, we can't break lows and we can't break highs, and if we do break highs, we immediately come down into this area of value. And this isn't it's not a tradable market at this time frame. Now, is this normal for this time? I don't know yet. And that's what I need to find out.
The only one that was found worthy. Emperor Haile Selassie. Jah Rastafari. The Lion of Judah shall prevail. Oh Lord, the Lion of Judah shall break all chains. Oh, well, give I sweet victory again and again. The conquering lion.
I really need to be right about there in this bar.
Lion of Judah shall break every chain. The 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 Lord is my shepherd, He's my friend in times of need. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. 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 Call you sick for me. You check for me. You fret for me when you're not here for me. I need me call for you. You broke your neck for me. You're quick to swear, so you bet for me. Girl, you fight for me. So me know you're right for me. You never ever friend none of my enemies, and enough hypocrites you cut off for me. So you see you, I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
appreciate you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
So I need to get my opening ranges on there, on here, on a separate time frame, right? Time frame that's not related to this chart, because I can't have all the lines on here. Okay. And then I need to be careful of not trading after about 8:30 and just coming in here and testing around that time frame between the 8:30 9-10 o'clock mark, and do my trading between 7 and 8:30, and then be done for the evening. That's exactly what it is that I'm going to start doing as of tomorrow, and see how that works. And then I'm also going to trade between the 8 and 9, about 8 and 8:45 time frame as well for the Eastern time, and I will come in and do that stream live as well, so we can do that portion of the US session. A lot of times there's news at 8:30, and you can take advantage of positions coming into before that news, and then right after as well. And there's momentum plays that could be played in there, and so I'm going to come in and I'm going to do that as well. But this market here, as it is at this time frame, just isn't tradable. It's just not tradable. We're just not getting any follow throughs on these moves. Absolutely tradable back here, right? This here, 100% tradable. This little range, absolutely not.
Trying to unwind, I was grooving to an island band with a steel guitar in my favorite bar. Up walked an angel with a flower in her hair. When I saw her hula, I had to stop and stare. Oh, hula girl, moving like you do, hula girl, I'm falling for you. I could watch you dance until the end of time. Hula girl, hula girl. I'd seen her around the town, never saw her dance, never thought romance. Her graceful hands, the story told. She danced a while,
Marcus will put you to
and
sleep.
she made me smile. She was an angel with the flower in her hair. When I saw her hula, I had to stop and stare. Oh, hula girl, moving like you do, hula girl, I'm falling for you. I could watch you dance until the end of time. Hula girl, hula girl, oh hula girl, moving like you do, hula girl, I'm falling for you. I could watch you dance until the end of time. Hula girl, hula girl, hula girl, hula girl.
I'm just waiting for one of these positions, right, to actually start moving with some momentum. The market to move with some momentum out of one of these areas. And when it does, I want to show you guys something. It's just, this has been in such a chop for so long that there's no way of demonstrating what it is that I'm trying to demonstrate, because there's no market movement. right? Remember, I mean, this is all sim here. I'm not advocating trading this market condition. If I was live, there's no way that I would be. But I do want to demonstrate something here that I feel is going to be extremely helpful. But I can only demonstrate it that the market's going to give me what I need it to give me, which is just a little bit of movement. Even just down to this low.
Can somebody say something? Ooh, yeah. When the river runs dry, we got
But even where it's at right now, even this high isn't enough of a movement.
Yes, we've been running many miles. It's a takeover. Takeover now. When the river
Interesting.
runs dry, we got
Interesting.
takeover.
This market just is not tradable
It's a takeover.
in this condition.
Takeover now. So many problems, all options sinister. No good option for the Prime Minister. Decisions be made, we are powerless. We got to stick together.
Not too fast. Little ska, like No Doubt, stuff like that. Always good music. Wonder, I think it's possible to trade overflow with this. Tight market. That'd be exactly what I want to trade at overflow. Let me try something here. No, and it's just it moves too fast right off of order flow like that in terms of what I'm looking for. One more. And yes, I'm chasing things. I'm doing all sorts of stuff right now that I would suggest you do in a live environment. I'm doing it because I'm trying to figure something out here in the Asian session. And because this is not my normal time to be trading for me. And so I'm really trying to get a good indication of the hours that I'm going to be trading this market in. Okay, well, on that note, I am going to go ahead and in the stream here, really good getting to the Asian session. Really good US session today of trading for me. That was just absolutely phenomenal, and I carried that over into the Asia session until I missed this position, and then I tried to find another position like this afterwards, and the market just did this. And like all of these trades, like right in here, this is just me trying to get a feel for this market condition, for this, not this market condition, but this Asian session, because I have a feeling that the Asian session can do this, and if it does, I've got to figure out, the time frames I'm able to trade this in. Okay. We're gonna do something here. I want to try something. We're going to do something here. I'm going to order flow real quick. It's pain possible rejection around 25. 25, 30. 29. Now we need to get back to 25. Okay, buyers are still in control here. Next area is resistance to 38. Down here around 35. See what happens around the 38. Okay. This market's on tear right now. Absolute tear. Okay. That is just fine. Here. The open of this bar. That's so interesting. Okay. Wait. Let's just wait and see what happens. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to average ourselves in. Okay, we now have 2 on instead of just 1, averaging ourselves into the position itself. we go. There we go. Now, average in. Order flow is pushing higher. Oh yeah, yeah, it's just gonna break the highs. High probability of breaking the highs. And why am I looking short here? I was already short down here. I'm just showing how to average yourself into the market. And I'm anticipating a pullback because of this big move here. And averaging in, the pullback now makes sense, averaging into around this price. Because the pullback should go down into this area, possibly even test into here. And a deeper pullback. And then look for a possible continuation long from that. The market is extremely strong right now. We are not finding any form of lower lows in this market at the moment. It's problematic when we're short. Yeah, I was a pretty big Doped Out fan back in the day. A lot of volume is printing in here. I mean, not high volume by any stretch of imagination, but price action just keeps rotating in this area, so you just keep on getting more volume and more volume. Now the question is that area going to be support, is going to be resistance? We have some higher volume coming in here around the 78 and unable to push price higher at the moment. So is that going to be resistance, or are we going to get through the 78 prints? That's the question. Unable to make a lower low. Okay, that's a huge indication. If you're not making lower lows, that means that you don't have aggressive sellers coming into the market. Nobody's willing to hit the bid at lower pricing. In market orders, you hit the bid and you buy the ask. You lift the offer and you hit the bid. Hit the bid on shorts, and then you're lifting the offer or buying the ask at higher prices. Lift price up is how that goes for aggressive market orders. And yeah, I mean, if you ever watch traders and stuff, I definitely highly suggest watching Valhalla Gary during the US session. He comes on around 9:30 in the morning. Watch him. You definitely learn some things from him. He's a good trader. He's actually a really good trader. One of the few out there that I can say, okay, you know what? Yeah, you're a trader. And he's funny, which is always helpful for entertainment purposes. We couldn't break the higher highs, and so now we're making the lower lows. We have a bunch of support below us. One of those areas of support. We can get through 54. From that right now. I would really like to add another one just to lift the average price a bit more, but I'll hold off. That's why I'm holding off. Buying pressure is just too massively high right now.
Keeping out the way of the big boys, spoiling for a fight. Don't go looking for attention.
Because this is how this is how the traders, like on the, or as I quote, there's not really a quote unquote, there's really not a floor anymore like there was prior to the internet and stuff, right? But a lot of the traders on the floor, this is exactly what they would do. Okay, because they had money behind them, they had momentum, right? And so this is what they would do. You see the higher prices like this, right? What you're gonna do is you're going to enter another one, okay? And then you're stopping way out there. What did that do? Just lifted your entry point, right? You're dollar costing yourself in as the market is going against you, okay? And so you could do it again here, right? And by doing it again, what you just do, lifted your price now, your entry point is all the way up here now at 51.85, right? It's at 66 at the moment. We only need to drop 15 points in order for it to come into our area. Now, let's see what happens if we come in here and test these highs, right?
We don't want no trouble.
And then as it's starting to come in your favor,
We just want a good
you don't want to enter now again because it's going into your favor. You want to enter as it's coming up so you can lift your entry area. Because I entered originally where? Was it here? No, it wasn't here. I don't know what my original entry was, to be honest with you. There's someplace in this bar. I don't think I can see it. Interesting. But as it's coming up, like, right? So here you're testing the highs. If we break these highs and we come up into this area, I want to add, right? And so you're going to raise your entry point. Just like that. And then you have a max positioning of what you're able to have on hand, right? And so your dollar costing, averaging your dollar cost averaging yourself into the market, knowing what your maximum risk is. Okay, and so you keep doing it and you keep doing it until the market moves in such a way that it adds so much pain to you. You have to unload your position. So when you do, of course, all of these stop orders, if they get hit, come into market orders, and that's when you see price action go whoosh. And this is what they do on when they're on cutting stops, right? When price action breaks a low, for example, and all of a sudden it just starts, you know, just going really quickly down past those lows, well, they just hit a bunch of stop orders. And then those stop orders turn into market orders, and you're just going and so if all these stop orders were to hit, that's what happened is to hit that price of, let's say, 20, they're set at somewhere around 1875. It's going to just be lifting the offer each time. Well, if you have 100, 200 orders there, it's lifting those offers immediately, one right after the other. And when that happens, you just go, right? Moves really quickly in that direction, and then you know that was a stop run. Does market manipulation happen in that way? Oh yeah, definitely. But it doesn't affect all traders. It only affects traders that are putting your orders in those areas. Really is what it boils down to. And so if you don't want your stops to be hit, just don't trade like everybody else. And if you don't trade like everybody else, then you're trading like somebody else. And if you trade like somebody else, chances are you're trading like the ones that are doing really well. And you're not going to get into as many of those situations. Now, maybe this will give me a chance to demonstrate exactly what it is that I was talking about. We'll see. Jury's still out. Can't seem to be making lower prices here. And if we can't make lower prices, what are we probably going to do? Make higher prices or just run sideways? But price action, I just don't see as an area right now where it's going to continue to run sideways for a long period of time due to the momentum in the market. I'm anticipating it to either reject here or continue to go a little bit lower and test into these lows and see what happens. And so now when price action starts coming in your direction here and gets through this area, I needed to run a few ticks in direction. Keep hitting one tick and coming off from one tick and coming off. Not helpful. Okay, there we go. Now what you do, now you start turning around and peeling some of these off. And now you start limiting your risk. Now I have 2 left. Going off right there. And this is how you turn around and, like I said, you bring yourself back into the market through proper sizing at the right prices. Okay? Now, remember, you can do that, but if it does go against you after you've done that, you're going to hit a substantial loss. Okay? This is how large traders keep themselves from getting chopped up in market conditions. You know, it's not for them, it's not about being right, it's not about being wrong, it's about being able to withstand the risk of the position itself by dollar cost averaging yourself into the market, being able to manage the risk of that position by adding to your positions. And so this is one of the reasons why I like to trade one contract, because I have room in my risk profile in the account that I trade to be able to trade in contracts. I know it sounds like it's quite a bit of the NASDAQ mini. I've traded 25 contracts in the ES. I've traded 18 contracts in the Russell. You know, in the Russell, I mean that's $1,800 at $1,800 a point. You know, it's $10 a tick, so it's $100 a point. In the ES, we know it's of course $50 a point, right? So we're talking about at 25 contracts, 10 contracts is 500, so 20 is 1,000, or $1,250 is what you're commanding and you're controlling. Right? It's all relative at that point in time. But there it is, right? You know, I was down through all of this, like 50 points, okay? And then I turn around and I start dollar costing myself averaging in when it's going up, seeing momentum is in the market, anticipating that momentum to come back down again, because that's kind of the short-term trend, able to do that by lifting my offer the way that I was doing it and end up night 34 points up. That's how professional traders trade right there. When they have size, and I only had six lots on there, and by hitting one contract at a time like that, you're not getting in a position where you're going to be taking slippage. Like for example, I stopped trading 18 contracts. I stopped at 18 contracts in the Russell. I could have continued more because I was making money in my account value. My account value proved that it kept on increasing, which allowed me to increase my position sizing. But after 18 contracts in the Russell, you start picking up slippage in your position. And that's you're just adding costs to your trading by doing that. And so I stopped trading the Russell didn't stop trading the Russell, but I just didn't go above 18 contracts. Because at 18 contracts, I wasn't hitting slippage, but at 21, I would. I don't know what the slippage would be in the NASDAQ. I mean, you can go through and you can look at these numbers and stuff, and you can see 13 contracts being traded on 2, 9, on 6. There was some of them here off of limit orders of like 34 and 40 something. In the U.S. session, it's much more liquid. You can get more off. But you can probably trade, I would say, 5 to 10 contracts in this session pretty easily in the NASDAQ. But I probably wouldn't try to trade more than that. And on that note, 34 points on the evening, $680, not too bad. It's up 975 at one point in time. It was down 800 at one point in time. So, you know, that's the way this works. And I would trade it at maybe 15-20% accuracy because of the chop. I only had 4 revenue trades today. Yeah, 4. And if we go back and look, we can say, okay, how many trades do we have? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 trades in all. 3 of them on revenue. And still at $34 or 34 points. Not $34, but 34 points. And we're not talking about ticks here, we're talking about points. 34 and a quarter. All right, everybody. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. And I look forward to tomorrow's stream. Be safe out there, everybody, in your trading. Be safe, be kind, and happy trading. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy.